to you all. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am Zagit Machaka and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for coming through. Yeah, hey now. Since about June, my heart has really been burdened by the thought of my father. Yep. Hence the creation of the video Daddy Issues. So you can check it out to just get a backstory on what I'm talking about right now. So yeah, I've linked it. I'm gonna link it. So since the beginning of June, I've been Ishman. I'd have these painful thoughts about my dad. Yeah. And they would come bit by bit, né? I think those are some of the things that I added to the whole feeling so anxious and not feeling too well, you know, that I spoke about in my previous video. So, I feel so uneasy about him. Mind you, we don't talk much. We talk maybe every 3 months, maybe. I don't know. Every 2, 3. I don't know. Not even talk, but like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so now all of a sudden these emotions are coming and I'm feeling like, hey man, I want to do something about this. I really need to do something about this. So August comes, July comes, and I'm still feeling, it comes like every day, and then there was a point, I think in August or July, where it was starting to be more persistent in my heart. This time around, it be figure, so I'd be so uneasy about it, and in such a way that maybe I'd be driving to work. Now it was a constant thing, like literally each and every day I'd have a thought about this, and it was a constant thing. So it'd come, and one time, and I'm thinking, what if you don't no longer have enough time? I'm thinking, it's so sad in our society that if someone passes away, you can be able to arrive there tonight. Wherever they could be, you can be able to arrive there ASAP. But the question is, why can't we put the same urgency to someone when they're still alive? You know? Why can't I be like, I need to see this person. I have to make a way to see them. You know? In this train of thinking, that coming to me was so empowering in a way. It was just like, oh, a side note that I had to keep for myself. It's no, man. We should put value to people whilst they're still alive. You know? Celebrate each other while we're still alive, you know? So that would come, and the next thought comes, and it was just becoming more and more draining and more worrisome than good. And I feel that now, as I look back, I could have fought this in a different way by speaking life and speaking the word to it, but also acting on it. Be careful when it comes to such things, and always be armed and ready to utilize the word against such thoughts. Now, but in the time I absorbed it so much, you know? I'd take the time to actually absorb it and just be like, Mara, you know, kanjani, you know? And September began, and I had kept on having these emotions in such a way that it got so bad. When was it? Around the 20-something of September. I was in class, I was teaching, and I felt myself just about to lose it. I left the class calmly, so gave the learner's work. I'm like, I'll be right back. Went to the bathroom and I started crying. Why am I crying? I was crying because somehow a whole flood of emotions on my dad dying just came, as if he was dead. And I started crying as if he was gone. And I cried, and I was in so much pain, so much agony. I called my husband. I'm just like, I'm not fine. I need to see my dad. And in that time already, we were having preparations and plans on getting to see him. So his birthday is on the 24th of September. So I was just like, okay, you know what? I feel that weekend, let's utilize that weekend to go and see him, celebrate him around his birthday time, and actually just do something, you know? And for me at that time, it was like, I don't want to do this for him. I want to do this for myself. For the fact that I want to be able to look back and say that I've done everything, and I've lived out all the desires I would have had inside of me I would have been able to live out all the I would have been able to live out all the desires that I would have had inside of me. If that makes sense. Does it? I don't know. So we decided, okay, no, what? No, Gubi Manj, it's bad. Let's contact Daddy and let's make a way that we actually get to see him. So we called Daddy. And she says, oh, okay. Okay, this was unexpected because Lapo, I had not spoken to him like since, I don't know, June or something. And now literally I call him and I'm like, okay, would like to actually come over and see you. Hi, okay. Daddy says, yeah, he says that no, you have to come back to us because it's a bit too short notice. And it makes sense. Because like we called him on the week. So yeah, I said, no, you have to come back to us and, you know, see what we can do and stuff like that. Okay, so we waited. Like, I was so nervous. I feel like... Can you see the nerves on my face? Can you? It was such a huge step from my side to be like, you know what? I'm willing to stop my life. I'm willing to stop whatever that's happening and take this call urgently so and go and see my dad. I feel like a portion of it was inspired by fear and a portion was inspired by like the right thing. And I feel that fear shouldn't be our trauma, né? You know? And whenever anxiety comes, we've got scripture to fight these things off. Alright? It says, do not be anxious for anything, but in everything with prayer, petition, and thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. Basically. So have that, yeah. Let's fight. So it happened that we got back to us. Okay. Somehow we got back to each other and he said no, we spoke and when I let you know we can't be able to do this because of some logistical reasons and stuff like that. But us understanding didn't make it any better. Actually made it a bit painful. But when we spoke over the phone, it made sense and I was just like, okay, sharp. Imagine me now, I struggle with dealing with emotions at that time. So I thought I was fine. We got closer to the weekend that we were supposed to be leaving on. Like the days, yeah. I wasn't fine. It was painful. This is the Saturday where I'm supposed to be in Durban, just by the way. And in my mind and in my heart, I wanted to find something else that would just fill in this space or fill in this bit of hurt and disappointment that I'm feeling. You know, I wanted to just go somewhere for a weekend at least. And at that time, me wanting that, I didn't realize what you're trying to deal with the pain that you're feeling. I'm sideways, you know? So I was just like, I was trying to, prompt my hubby, good time, man, let's try to do something there. Something. Life is not happening. Life is just like, girl, no, hold up, And I'm like, what's happening? And I realized that I had to sit down. I had to come down. I had to be home. God was just like, sit down, my child. You have to experience this. You have to feel this. And any of these things that you're wishing for or trying to work towards or try to run away, using them to run away, it's not going to help. Child. Sit down. Kill a pants. And I think some of us really need to hear that. Some of you need to hear that. Sit down. So Papa too much. Calm down. Sit down. Shlalaponsi, man. And that's what I got. And I'm laughing, but it's not nice. Ne? It's not funny. Ah, man. But yeah, so I had to sit down and be with myself and be with my thoughts and be with my emotions and feelings. It's okay. This has happened. I had such great plans for the weekend. But yeah, I had to be present in dealing with this disappointment. And that's the best way of being able to deal with things, is to face them on kaso. Like this. must face them like this. So yeah, that's it for me. Nice. With the emotions and all of that, I spoke to a friend of mine who really revived me in realigning my mind with okay, siyawezwa lama thoughts, but we have to align them to the word. It can't be, the enemy can utilize your mind as a battlefield. Your mind is a battlefield, and it can be utilized for the things that are not, it's not meant to be utilized for. So I had to really come back and get back to fighting. Or to know, yes, it's got good motives, but it shouldn't be inspired by fear, you know. So yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up right now. I'm feeling a bit, I don't know, I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with the fact that I was disappointed in not being able to see him, and that I put myself out in that way towards him to be like, okay, let's do this, you know. I was even ready to vlog it for you guys. Like when they ready, like I didn't even have my wig on. Like I was ready to just be like, you know what guys, okay, so this is how it's happening. I'm waiting for the phone call. And then when I was supposed to come back and create a video on, okay, so now we're going. Life was just like, I'm having so much fun right now. It's not even funny. Yeah. Am I ready to try again? We just said we'll try that again another time. I don't know. I feel like I gave it so much right now. I gave so much of myself into it right now that someone, that's all I can say. We'll see. But maybe December, I don't know. I'm still disappointed a bit, you know, but yeah, I'm proud of myself for trying. I'm proud of myself for doing something about it and actually working towards this. And yeah, I don't know, any tips? I don't know, as yeah, that's been it right now. Anyway, how are you doing? You good? You alright? Much love. Thank you so much for watching the video, and yeah, keep well and take care of yourselves. Much love. God bless.